Okay, so it's not quite heavy trade rumor season, but we got a trade rumor. We have the Detroit Lions reportedly having interest in Mason Rudolph. And if you don't know who this is a guy who played quarterback. He actually started the majority of 2019
Hmm.
for the Pittsburgh Steelers when Ben was hurt with that elbow thing. So he's one of those guys, and he actually is fairly similar to Ben in his build and all that kind of stuff. But Chris, I want to kick it to you. I'm going to throw the stats up here for people, and we'll kind of get those on and off the screen. When you hear that the Lions are interested in trading for a decent backup quarterback, how do you feel about that? And is Mason Rudolph good enough?
Yeah, I think what I would be looking for ideally is a guy that's better than our backups and like significantly better than our backups, but not like too good to get this quarterback controversy thing going where it's
Okay.
like we've got Jared Goff, we're clearly paying him, he's clearly going to play, and you've got this weird thing going on. It's like Mason Rudolph is like perfect. The guy is so much better, has real NFL experience aside from our other guys, and he's not like expected, yep, oh man, he could compete for the job. It's like, no, this would be, I would love it because I don't know what we'd have to give up. We'll talk about that down the line here at the end of the video of what you'd have to give up to get him. But I just I like this. I really do because I really struggle with our backup quarterbacks and the thought that, man, Goff goes down, which you're gonna like that's what I'm struggling with. It would be very difficult to go all 17 games and just not miss a game.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he did it last year, but just the
No,
thought
he
of him.
didn't.
Yeah, right. No.
Yeah.
So him going down and season roster, everything just kind of like air out of the balloon, and that I don't like that feeling. I would love a chance to win with somebody backing up Goff.
So you brought up what it looks like if they go down. And last year he went down. He didn't play in, I think, like 4 or 5 games, something like that. I think he
Yeah, that's
started
right. That's
11,
right.
11 or 12, maybe 13. But when he didn't play, and same for Stafford the year before, it was, I love the Lions, but it was hard to tune in
Mm-hmm.
because you knew that this offense was going to be a disaster. David Blau was 0-5 2 years ago as a starting quarterback. I think Tim Boyle was 0-3, 0-4, something like that this year. And it was just like, this isn't going to go well. And I feel like we don't even have a puncher's chance.
Exactly.
We're not going to win. And I know we've talked about this. I have talked about this here before where it's like, you don't want a backup quarterback. Like, we're not in a position right now as a franchise where a backup quarterback is going to win games for this team.
Nope.
So, like, the talent level's not there. So, who cares if we have bad quarterbacks? But at the same time, like, I also want to allow Goff to feel a little bit of competition.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to just throw it out. Like, what if we're a fringe 7th seed? Like, what if we're fringe and we're flirting with that 500, and all of a sudden Goff gets hurt? He's going to be out a month. Like, do you want a guy to come in that, like, hey, maybe if things break our way, we can stay in this race and go 2-2 while he's gone? Like,
Exactly.
that's what I want. So the question is Mason Rudolph a guy who can do that? And I wanted to just kind of throw the stats up here. 2019 is our biggest sample size. He's a guy, and he's a career about 60% completion percentage
Mm-hmm.
on almost 30 attempts a game. And, he's not bad. Like, on the games that he starts, it's kind of interesting. You see those stats up at the top for 2021. I'm pretty confident those stats were from the 16-16 tie that we had with the Steelers. I think
Yep.
he was their starting quarterback for that game.
Yep.
He did not look good that game, by the way. But when I watch him, he's similar to Ben in the fact that he's just a big 6'5", 235. He stays in the pocket. Guys can be kind of draped on him. He's strong, and he can just kind of take a lick and keep on chugging type of guy.
Yep.
Um, I think it's very clear. Am I wrong that it's a very clear upgrade over Boyle and Blau?
That's what I was gonna say. It's not so much that I'm high on Mason Rudolph. I'm just so low on Blau, and Boyle, and
Okay.
that's I'm so low on them that it's like, give me somebody because you nailed it. I would just hate if we're 4-5. I mean, literally 4-5, and then Goff's going to be out for 3 weeks, and it's just like that's three
Up
losses.
4-8.
Immediately, yes, where,
Yep.
hey, Mason Rudolph, the guy's come in, he's played, something could happen. Now, I think, Craig, the chances that this trade goes down, are pretty low. I
Do
would
you?
yeah, I would say pretty low, and I think I get it, right? We're rebuilding. You can't put the priority of a backup quarterback too high, but the thought of it just going, I mean, just the drop off is just like, man, I guess I don't remember that in recent years, except for when Blau, and then I think, when Boyle came in, I think that's where I was like, oh, Boyle, baby, used to be a
Hmm.
backup for Green Bay. Like, they know what's up, and they're just like,
Preseason
nope.
hero,
Oh,
strong arm.
strong. I'm
Yeah.
like, sweet, Boyle, man, that's a nice pickup. And then it's just clear, it's not
It's
there.
just not there. And he's just so unbelievably inconsistent. And here's the thing, I am a Blau guy over Boyle if we only
Yes.
kept one quarterback. So I think he is just a better teammate from all reports. Even when you saw the last Hard Knocks, like the guy is a good teammate, but at the same time, he is very limited with his ability. He doesn't have a strong arm. He doesn't have great feet. Like he was able to get out of the pocket and do some things with
Mhm.
his legs, but it's not a weapon,
Nope.
right? So like he doesn't have the unbelievably strong arm or anything like that. So I think when I look at this, I'm just kind of like, okay, like that's when I realized like I like Blau more than Boyle because you can count him to throw the ball on time, throw it pretty accurate,
Yep.
all those kind of things. But I still know like what would it look like if Blau started 4 or 5 games for this team?
Yeah. It's just not good.
Oh, it's not
It's
good.
not
And I
good.
love the guy. I love the guy.
Yep.
He's a third string quarterback. You know who David Blau reminds me of? Kellen Moore. Like he just
Yeah.
doesn't quite have the skill set, but I mean, everybody says he's going to be a future coach in this league and that like he's a good guy and he's a great guy to have in the quarterback room. That's why I think is another reason I'm a big David Blau guy. But this Mason Rudolph, this is interesting to me. This screams quality backup to me. At least I think he'd be a top 10 or 15 backup in the league if he was here. Top
Yeah.
15.
And I wonder what it would take to get him. So I don't know if it's a 5th or 6th round pick.
I'd imagine a late round pick, maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's a guy on our roster that we have more depth in than they do. Like, what if
Wide
it's a
receiver.
Mason Rudolph or Quintez Cephas?
Mhm.
Or what if and like I don't know how the cap works with all that stuff. Like I'm just throwing stuff out on the wall and seeing what sticks.
But you're so right. I mean, we could just add a player, add a little late a 7th round pick and Cephas.
Mhm.
I mean, there's ways to do it where it's not gonna kill us. And
No.
it's just like I don't know. I just the thought of Goff going down and then losing however long he's out is really tough pill to swallow as you
Yeah.
just really build up for the season. So
Isn't it funny though in the NFL? Like 2 weeks ago, as I'm looking at this article, or an articles about the trade rumors that are happening, 2 weeks ago, their offensive coordinator said that Mason Rudolph has a fantastic shot to win the starting job.
mm,
All right, now that's very clearly coach speak. I don't think anybody believed it at the time it was said. But like now all of a sudden it's like, well, they're really happy with Trubisky and Pickett, so they
yeah,
should trade him.
let's
Like,
trade him.
oh, okay.
Exactly. That's the thing. It's like the NFL moves fast. We have an opportunity. Like I don't know. There's not a lot of quarterbacks that people are just going to give up. But I mean, the Steelers they do have 3 good quarterbacks. So
Mhm.
can we have one, please?
I think we traded a late round pick for David Blau. I think it was a fifth rounder. And Blau was more unproven.
Yep.
But also I think it was only we traded for him after his rookie year, or it was maybe even before that. I don't know. I don't even know if he
Oh,
suited
I
up much for the
remember that
Browns.
though.
Yeah.
Because he's 27, so he's not.
He was at Purdue for 5 years, I believe, though.
Yep, Purdue.
So
Purdue. So yes, let us know in the comments because we are not sure about our backup quarterbacks.
oh, we're sure.
Yes, that's right.
Oh, I'm sure that they're not good backup quarterbacks. It's
That's right.
not a good situation. And I just would love to have a competent backup back there. And I believe Rudolph is that. So
Mhm.
let us
I
know
agree.
what you think. Are we crazy? Watch some film of him. See what you think. Go for it.
Yeah, and he's he's not bad, man. I love it.
No,
So
he's not bad.
let us know in the comments. We'll be reading those comments and make sure you subscribe, and we'll see all of you on the next one.